Hi friends! Today, new sabotage groups are attempting to infiltrate Russian territory. Yesterday evening, the governor of the Bryansk region reported that a sabotage group was allegedly advancing near the border near Lugovo. Of course, later it was reported that everything is under control, so we are waiting for more details. But before we move on to the frontline overview, I kinda ask you to share this video on social media and watch it until the end, as it will greatly help promote my channel. Thank you. Let's start right away with the Zaporizhzhia direction, because this is where the most crucial Ukrainian counteroffensive is taking place, which is expected to bring about significant changes on the front. However, as you can see, the front line hasn't changed over the past day. Information varies. Russian sources claim that Ukrainian forces are launching attacks using armored vehicles and tanks, while official Ukrainian authorities state that the counteroffensive is mostly infantry-based. Nevertheless, there is confirmation along the front line that Ukrainian forces are advancing, using foreign-made equipment and conducting offensive operations with armor support. However, the situation is so complex that the front line hasn't moved for 5 days now. The latest advancements were literally just a few hundred meters. Even if the Ukrainian forces have made some progress, Russian forces haven't had any advancements along the flanks, and the front line remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Ukrainian forces continue their assault from Verbove to Novoprokopivka, with combat clashes occurring practically along the entire front line. Specific attacks locations are not disclosed due to the sensitivity of the information, and we can just await further developments. In the meantime, the Russians are fortifying their positions, digging new trenches, and constructing new defensive lines. At the same time, they are trying to hinder the Ukrainian counteroffensive by advancing near the village of Chernove. However, over the past day, they haven't achieved any success, and all attacks have been successfully repelled. Moreover, it's reported that yesterday the Russians shot down their own Su-35 fighter jet over Tokmak. The pilot also tragically lost his life. It seems that the Russians' air defense systems are inadvertently aiding the Ukrainian forces. In the Vuhledar direction, Russian forces are advancing and conducting attacks towards Urozhaine. Ukrainian forces in this area have temporarily halted their counteroffensive and are holding defensive positions, successfully repelling all Russian advancing groups. Additionally, there is shelling of Russian positions in the occupied territory. In the Kherson direction, shelling continues along the front line, and yesterday evening there were reports of new missile strikes on Kherson. However, the front line itself remains unchanged. In the Avdiivka direction, the occupiers who had previously been attempting to regain lost positions near Avdiivka are making no progress. They are suffering significant losses and are not advancing even a meter. Further south in Marinka, battles continues as well, according to reports from the General Staff. While there were previously 13 attacks within a day, yesterday saw only 6. It seems that the intensity of attacks is decreasing and the number of shelling incidents has also reduced. It appears that the Russians are conserving ammunition resources across the entire front line. This suggests that they may be facing significant depletion. Today, Putin has already signed a document calling up to 130,000 individuals for military service. However, there is no official word yet on the mobilization of the planned 250,000 people, which was expected by the end of September. In the Bakhmut direction, recent reports suggest that Wagner mercenaries have indeed appeared and are gradually getting involved in combat operations. Nevertheless, experts believe that without Prigozhin, they won't be able to achieve the same level of success in advancing and capturing territory. As of today, activity in this direction seems to be slightly decreasing, All previous Russian attacks have been unsuccessful, and the Ukrainian armed forces continue periodic assaults on the occupants' positions around Klishchiivka and Andreevka. However, there have been no new advances reported thus far. In the direction of Kremina and Siversk, activity is starting to pick up. Many were anticipating significant Russian attacks in the Luhansk direction, and it appears they have already begun with the focus on Bilohorivka. They have managed to advance into the village, but whether they can secure it remains to be seen. Shelling continues along the front line in this area, but there have been no reported changes as of now. In the Svatov area, there is minimal shelling and no offensive actions have been observed. In the Kupyansk direction, the Russians, who have been mainly in a defensive posture and showing minimal activity, continue to refrain from any significant offensive actions. Even the number of shelling remains minimal, despite previous information suggesting that a significant enemy offensive is being prepared in this area. We're still awaiting further developments. Meanwhile, in Kyiv, the Defense Industry Forum has begun with participation from over 250 companies from 30 countries worldwide. The event focuses on discussions about creating a new and powerful arsenal for weapons for Ukraine. I invite you to watch with me and learn more about the topics discussed at the forum.
Пані та панове, для мене честь відкривати в Україні, в нашій столиці, у вільному Києві, перший міжнародний форум оборонних індустрій. Зараз тут представлені більш ніж 30 країн світу: Європа, Америка, Азія, Австралія. 252 оборонні компанії, які виробляють повний спектр зброї та оборонних систем і рішень. А головне в цій залі – впевненість. Впевненість вільного світу, впевненість у тому, що ми можемо захистити наших людей, наші цінності та волю. І ми зробимо це обов'язково, бо ми побудуємо необхідний арсенал. І я радий вітати на форумі усіх вас. Усіх, хто готовий разом з Україною і в Україні будувати арсенал вільного світу. Сучасний та потужний арсенал, який не залишить шансів жодному агресору. Йдеться зараз не лише про агресію Росії. Так, наше найперше завдання – перемогти у цій війні та повернути нашому народові довготривалий, головне, надійний мир. Ми виконуємо це завдання завдяки нашій співпраці з вами, зі світовою більшістю, завдяки широким коаліціям, які підтримують наш захист, завдяки виробництву зброї та боєприпасів в Україні і завдяки тому, що ми втілюємо у захисті України технології, і завдяки тому, що ми робимо найбільш ефективними практики бою, реальні практики просування вперед, дієві практики захисту людей та інфраструктури від російського терору. Але усьому, чому ми навчились самі, готові і навчати, і ділитися практиками з нашими партнерами. Усе, що служить нашому захисту, може служити і абсолютно успішно захисту наших партнерів. Саме цим ми закладаємо основу арсеналу вільного світу. Своєю злочинною та неспровокованою агресією проти України Росія показала кожній нації, що може загрожувати суверенітету та нормальному життю будь-якого народу на планеті. А по нашому захисту у цій війні, по нашому руху до звільнення власної території, кожна держава розуміє, чого потребує для своєї власної оборони, якої зброї потребує, яких виробництв, яких сучасних технологій, яких альянсів. Тим, як ми вистояли у війні, тим, як Україна переможе, ми даємо усім іншим у світі, хто цінує мир, успішну стратегію національної та колективної оборони.
That's all from me. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to stay updated on all the latest news. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.